G'day there, podcaster. A bit of a game in this one. We want to bring you to gather round in Adelaide with us. If you haven't registered for that, make sure you do, novafm.com.au. Also, if you've ever wondered what a shark sounds like, you find out in this podcast. And we speak to someone who was on the biggest game show in Australia. Enjoy.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
What ruined the romantic moment? Sasha.
Sasha, are you there?
Sasha. Are you ruining our moment, Sasha?
Oh, don't be mean.
Well, come on, she has. So it's not, you know.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
Should we try Sasha again?
A little while ago, I just burped in my
Oh my God. This is why you don't give second chances. If someone wrongs you once, you sounded nice, but you've wronged us.
On Nova.
Yes, we never give second chances on this show. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you have won something on TV, like a game show or a reality show, because we're always talking to people who win stuff on the radio because we're giving away the prizes. But, you know, I'm more interested if you've won Go Go Stop or Ready Steady Cook or F-Boy
Yeah.
Island or Farmer Wants a Wife if you won a wife at the end or whatever. However that works.
Yeah, okay. You've been on some shows, haven't you? Did you win anything?
Ben and I were on Celebrity Name Game.
That's
obviously,
right.
just before the show got cancelled, they're obviously running out of celebrities.
Of course, hosted by Grant Denyer.
Yes.
Liam and I went on that show twice. We won it both times, 10 grand each time for the person you're playing for.
We would
Oh, right.
So it's
Yeah,
if you were on it, if you were the quote unquote celeb, and as we said, they were scraping the barrel. You would play for someone in the audience.
Yeah,
So we won
right.
20 grand for people.
Yeah.
Weren't you on Talking About Your Generation?
Yeah, but you don't win anything on that, so that doesn't
Oh.
count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one wins.
Oh, okay.
Amanda joins us now in Melbourne. You were on a game show. Did you win something?
Look, I didn't win, but I got really close. I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh,
okay. So
Yeah.
obviously it's been a little while since I've watched Millionaire Hot Seat, but how does it work? Is it like a consolation prize? Did you still
No,
get
you
$400
get
bucks?
nothing.
No, nothing. Oh, geez.
Oh.
Okay.
Nothing, yeah. I got really, I was down to the last 30 people to be the person that was going to be on. And, yeah, I got knocked out by a space question, which was really humiliating because my son's a space nerd.
Do you remember what the question was?
I don't now.
Yeah, well, you should have
That's how
learnt from
great
your
it was.
mistakes, Amanda. But thank you for calling.
Thank you very much, Amanda. 13 24 10 is our number. We got great prizes to give away this week, so get involved with the show.
Nat and Sydney, you were on a game show?
Yeah, I was. It was a good close to 20 years ago when I was a very young student.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a game show linked to the bank that I banked with, and there were a couple of us on the game show, and I won what would back then probably be the equivalent of $2,000. So, yeah, it was a nice chunk of change for a young student paying off a student loan,
What-
but I was there. Yeah, sorry.
Well, so this bank show.
What's the name of
What
it?
was it? Yeah.
It was back in South Africa, but it was linked to the bank that I banked with.
Yeah,
and we had
right.
your deposit slip that you got at the bank teller, back in the day.
Yeah.
You filled that out and chucked it in a box, and they'd obviously then just pull your. If you're lucky, you got pulled out of the box. Your ticket got pulled out of the box, and got a call saying, "Please fly up to Johannesburg and join us on the game show." And you just then put a 4-code digit pin, and then it spins around, and you can win up to $1 million rand back then. So
Wow,
that would probably be
right.
about $100,000 odd, and I only won 20,000 rand, which was $2,000 equivalent, and the person after me won the million. So,
Oh, that stinks. I also love the idea of some South African listening in the car I love that show. The bank-sponsored game show that was on TV.
That's a great idea. I'd love if my bank just went, hey, you can actually
Yeah.
just be a part of this game that we run.
Steve, what about you, mate? You were on a game show?
Yes, I was.
What was it?
I was on The Price is Right with Larry Emder.
Larry. And what, did you pick it? Did you win big?
Oh, well, the first prize when you have to bid for it was an electric lawn edger.
Mm-hmm.
And so I won that. And then I got to win the prize that went to Alice Springs for 7 days. Airfares, accommodation and breakfast paid for two
Nice.
people.
Yeah, nice. How's the old Edger going? Does it still run?
No, it doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
pain. It's funny is, sometimes they're like, you're off to Barbados or Bora Bora or the Maldives. It's like, you're going to Alice Springs with a grass trimmer.
Thanks, Steve. Justin joins us now. You were on a game show.
Hey, yeah. No, I wasn't on a game show. I was on like more of a reality TV
Oh,
show.
right. Okay,
Ooh.
yeah. And did you win?
I did, yeah.
You won a reality show?
Yes, I did.
Which one?
So it was a bit of a weird one. It's Blow Up Australia, which was balloon twisting.
You won Blow Up Australia?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Right. And it's that, because I remember that. It was sort of, it was like, they do Lego Masters and this was like the
Yeah.
balloon one on the rival network.
Yes,
Because-
that's exactly right.
Obviously, like, people grow up playing Lego and it's, people have like, buildings and that sort of stuff. With the, like, balloon thing, was that like your job before, or did you just learn to do it for the show, or?
Yeah, well, I've always had a very short attention span, so I like balloon twisting, magic tricks, circus, and that's my full-time job now, but I didn't think balloon twisting would go anywhere. I just kind of enjoyed doing it, and some people hired me to do balloons, and then I just, 23 years later, I was like, yep, cool, and doing my magic stuff, and then I get a call and said, hey, do you want to be on a TV show
There
about
you
balloon
go.
twisting?
Your time to
Love
shine,
Australia.
Justin. That's
And
amazing.
what are you getting for winning Blow Up Australia on Channel 7?
I got $100,000.
Hey, that is
Oh my
good,
gosh.
man. That's actually
I did not think balloons would earn me that much money, but
man,
yeah, there you
that's
go.
sick money. I mean, just when we on the last call, I just got a bloody hedge trimmer or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
100 grand is like, wow.
Well, that's a good one, Justin. Thank you so much, mate. You have a great night.
You too. Cheers, guys.
Hey, I don't think we're going to beat Blow Up Australia, but
Nah.
13 24 10 is always our number. Did you go on a game show? Were you on TV? We'd love to hear from you.
Ariella in Melbourne, what were you on?
I was on The Price is Right with Larry Hemder
Oh,
as well.
Larry. And did you win a trip to Alice Springs as well? What did you get?
I wish I actually won a limited edition Don Bradman puzzle.
Dude. Dude, that is, if I was Larry, I'd be walking around the sales team just going, guys, you're making me look like a dick out here. I've got to make a Don Bradman puzzle seem good
Oh,
on the
puzzle.
TV.
Oh, I didn't know what you said. I thought you said cuddle for some reason.
A cuddle from, you've won a cuddle from iconic Australian cricketer Don Bradman. Wheel him in.
See, TV's dying, not radio. We got KO subscriptions
we got
to give away.
awesome stuff. Yeah, we're not giving away puzzles here. No, sir. Shane in Sydney, what were you on?
Ready, steady, cook.
Oh, with Colin Lane.
No, we had Miguel.
Ah,
It's the
Miguel.
new season that was on.
I'm more of
You
a
can
Colin
catch
man.
it on 10 Play.
Your episode. You're giving it a plug, Shane. All right. And how much did you win?
So actually, I didn't win, but my wife's sitting next to me in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Team Tomato won a bit of a gift voucher, but the best thing I won was the bragging rights because Shannon and I were against each other.
Oh, brutal.
And he's actually the chef of the family, so I get to say that I beat the chef of the family.
Yeah,
And
unreal.
the only reason why she won was because the two kids were in the crowd and they both voted for their mother.
Oh, cute, though. That's so sweet.
And obviously, it's been a bit rough on them since you moved out after that.
And clearly you guys don't hold it against each other at all.
The boy who lived, come to die. I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
Let me ask you a question. Liam, what sound does a chicken make? Correct. Bear, what sound does a cow make?
Nailed it.
That is correct. Now, let me ask you another question. Feel free to answer whoever wants to. What sound does a shark make?
Baby shark.
Oh,
No. And stop before it gets stuck in everyone's head. For the first time ever, scientists have now recorded the sound of a shark, and it's not what you'd think. So that's why tonight I want to play this. Pick the shark. I've got 5 sound effects in front of me. One of them is a shark. You have to decide which one it is.
Oh, that's good. Okay, because sharks just sort of famous for like Jaws, like eating people, and swimming around. They don't really have a sound to their
Although
name.
I
Like
feel-
in kids' books and stuff, you can't.
No, I feel like looking at a shark, though, to me, it makes the sound that's like a nasally person trying to breathe.
Mm.
That's what it sounds like in my head.
All right, well, we're about to find
Kind
out.
of like
I suppose.
Liam.
Got ya.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
All right.
Is that what it sounds like?
One of the 6 sound effects will be a shark. That's up for you to decide.
I think it's like a warthog or something. I don't think that's it. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, that's
That
me.
could be it. Can we hear that again?
That no. That's me.
Yeah, that might be the shark. I don't know. I like number 2. I'm warm on that so far. Yeah.
That was me a few weeks ago.
Well, we don't know until the end of the quiz. All right, next one.
Oh, I don't want to know what that is.
Well, I mean,
That
I'm still warm on
sounds-
2, but that's probably the shark.
That was something squirting.
Yeah, I think it's a shark squirting around.
Squirting around.
All right, next one.
No, that's a goat.
Is that Adam Sandler?
Yeah, the greatest of all time.
Ew.
All right, next one.
Nah, that's Cardi B. So it's going to be the second to last one, the squirt.
Correct.
That's not a shark.
That's a shark.
That's the sound a
What
shark
is the
makes.
squirting sound?
I don't know. I didn't read the article.
Hang on. What's the
Oh.
shark doing?
Yeah, like what? Nah.
No, actually, I've changed my mind. No, you're right. No, it was number 2 all along.
You're listening to Len, BM and Lel. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
Give us a buzz on 13 24 10. We would like to know, what have you had in your mouth? Because Jessica Simpson, she posted this video on her Insta on Friday talking about what she drinks to keep her vocal cords in good condition. Turns out it's snake sperm.
It's this Chinese herb thing, and I'm like, I don't know. My vocal coach told me to drink it, and they Googled the ingredients and snake sperm.
No.
So if you want a good vocal, you got to drink snake sperm.
She has one very happy pet anaconda.
Oh, Liam. Well, that's the thing, okay? Yeah, we're asking, what have you had in your mouth? But can we just steer away? Like, don't call up and make a gag and make it all sexual and whatever.
Doesn't
Let's
have
just steer away from that.
Yeah. I mean, for example, first thing that came to my mind was Ben's wife Sam's breast milk.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Been in my mouth
Mm-hmm.
for a radio bit.
Yep.
Wasn't just like a weird night out or anything like that. It was just that you brought some in.
Yep.
Had a swig, didn't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against the breast milk. I'm sure it's lovely for your son Freddie, but just not my deal.
Yep. I used to work on a dairy farm. Now, I never did it, but my boss would always do it. And he said he always had one rule. So when he would inseminate the cows, of course, you would do that with ball semen.
Mm-hmm.
And it would come in a little plastic tube, and you have to cut the tip of it off with scissors. And
Yep.
his one rule was always keep your mouth closed. And he did learn from experience, he told me.
Yeah.
Well, because it would just explode.
Well, you cut the tip off, and a little bit would always fly out.
Yeah, right.
And he always said, keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 13 24 10. Again, I will reiterate. Let's steer away from anything sexual. But what have you had in your mouth? Jess in Sydney, good evening. What have you had in your mouth?
About 40 honey puffs.
Honey what?
Honey puffs. They're Greek
Oh.
dessert covered in honey.
Well, you had 40 of them?
Yeah, so I was in an eating competition, and I just heard, who wants to be in an eating competition? I ran up, and you had to put your hands behind your back.
Yeah.
And honey puffs are flour and water fried and then covered in honey. I came second, but I paid the price because water and flour when mixed together are a home remedy for when you got the runs.
I see.
So when you
I
don't
see.
have the runs, it clogs you up for weeks.
Yeah. Yep. So you had a good 2 months there, just dealing with the whole honey puff sitch.
Yeah.
Brutal. You came second. I mean, how much did the first guy eat?
He was a big guy. I was only 16, so
Do you know how many?
he had like a good few handfuls more than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
big
So maybe
mouth.
like 60. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll say 60. Let's just say that. Dan, what have you had in your mouth?
Pig's blood.
Oh, why, Dan?
I was travelling in China for work many years ago and tried a few weird things. I was sick of it. I just wanted something normal. picked out what I thought was a normal salad: lettuce, tomato, beetroot. Beetroot was not beetroot; it was jellified pig's blood.
Whoa!
Dude.
Did you know when you ate it, or you couldn't tell?
As soon as I bit into it, I realised it was not beetroot, and I was like, "What have I just eaten?"
Yeah.
I asked the translator, and he looked it up and asked the shop, and they explained, and yeah. I was like, that's enough of that salad. Thanks very much.
Quick little work lunch at the Wuhan wet market. Nice one.
What have you had in your mouth? This is because Jessica Simpson has said that she is drinking snake sperm to help her vocal cords stay nice and youthful.
And as Liam said, that's one lucky anaconda.
Yeah.
Stop, we don't need
I
to
think
go
she's
back
just
there.
a weird nut. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stop drinking that. Like, just have a chamomile tea or like some hot honey like everyone else in the world. That's what I do before the show. Me, my mo. Nat in Adelaide, what have you had in your mouth?
Hey there, I've had millipedes in my mouth.
Were you like sleeping and one crawled in or something?
No. Organic blackberries were growing on like my sister's property, and she was like, "You've got to try them; they're delicious."
So she was growing. Sorry, your sister breeds and grows organic millipedes?
No, blackberries.
Blackberries. Oh, blackberries. Ben thought you had some sort of millipede farm.
Well, no, eating bugs is getting bigger and bigger, so I thought that maybe she was getting in on the trend early.
No. So you've obviously just been like, you're hoeing down on the blackberries,
Yeah,
and there was just
and it
millipedes
was
in there.
Disgusting. I cannot express enough how disgusting it was.
Yeah, that's not
good. So my sister was in hysterics. I was vomiting near the bush. It was terrible, and they taste exactly like they smell.
Yeah, they smell, don't they?
And I can never forget what that was like.
And
It was
you
so
know
gross.
what?
And they crunch as well.
Oh, that's
Now, that's why you never eat organic. Just go straight from the lab or like processed meat or something.
Yeah.
It's always better for you in the long run.
Yeah, a lot of Roundup on those blackberries.
Ash, hello. What have you had in your mouth?
Hey guys, so I've had frog fallopian tubes.
Okay, because obviously frog legs, a delicacy in France, but a fallopian tube, I'd imagine very small on a frog. Why have you eaten that?
I didn't know I was eating it at the time. It was I was in Singapore. We were having a dinner, and then they were like, "Oh, do you want to try like a traditional delicacy, like a dessert?" And it came out, and we thought it was just fruit. It actually tasted like lychee. We thought it was lychee.
Yeah, nice.
And then it kind of dropped. We found out it was.
Did it look like a lychee?
It did. It was kind of like so it was like kind of chopped up, but had the texture of lychee, and the mouthfeel.
Oh, gross. Oh, my gosh.
Just a frog's fallopian tube.
Yeah, strange
so
one.
If you put on our podcast as you go to sleep, this one's for you.
Get in on all the 2025 AFL Gather Round and South Australia have to offer. It's a festival of footy and South Australia is ready. Visit gatherround.afl.
Gather round, come with us to gather round.
Yep, how good is this? All thanks to the AFL. We want to bring you with us to Adelaide to watch Gather Round. We got flights, accom, tickets, cash. It's an amazing prize. If you want to win, novafm.com.au is where you go to register.
Now, all you have to do is answer a question about Adelaide if you want to get in the draw. Chantel, you're a Bombers fan. What is the name of the big main stadium in Adelaide?
Adelaide Oval.
Yep, she's done it. You're in the draw, mate. Well done. We might see you there. Let's move to Vanessa in Sydney. You're a Swannies fan. What territory is located north of South Australia?
Northern Territory?
I mean, this is a pretty bloody easy quiz, but yes, you are in the draw, Ryan. Weird, because you're in Perth, but you're a Brizzy Lions fan. Why is that?
From northern New South Wales originally.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, true or false, mate? The singer Sia, is she from Adelaide?
Ooh, true.
Yep, your buddy in the draw, mate. We could be taking you to Gather Round.
Oh, this is pretty impressive. 3 for 3 so far. Mandy.
Liam, ramp it up, Liam.
All right, here we go. Mandy in Melbourne. You're a Pies supporter.
Yes.
Tell us the nickname for Adelaide due to its many churches.
He's ramped it up.
Say that again.
The nickname for Adelaide and all the churches and that, you know, it's like a lot of churches in the
Adelaide, it's the city of...
City of Churches.
City of Churches?
Who was that?
Hang on.
Who was
we
that?
didn't say there was a phone a friend allowed in this. Okay, well, look, there was two brains working as one, and you are a Collingwood fan, but you know what? You're still in the draw because, yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky, Mandy. You're lucky you had your guardian angel on your shoulder there.
This is a slippery slope,
It
though.
is, it is.
We're not going to allow cheating, okay?
Okay, Daniel, you're a Dockers man. You want to come to Gather Round. It's going to be a hell of a weekend. Can you name one Hilltop Hood?
There's one artist.
No, there's three in the group Hilltop Hoods, but can you name one Hilltop Hood?
Mr. Stuffer.
Yeah, brother! The Suffer, the Pressure, DJ Debris, the holy trinity of South Australian rap. Okay, well, we could be seeing you there, Daniel. Thank you for registering via the Nova Player. Please do there. We are bringing a bunch of people along, and we could be getting you on tomorrow night to answer some questions.
Awesome, thank you.
No worries, Daniel.
I mean, yeah, that was more just to everyone, Daniel. I mean, you don't have to answer any more questions.
I don't know about you, but that put me in the mood for some Hilltop Hoods.
And you can get in on all the 2025 AFL Gather Round and South Australia have to offer. It's a festival of footy and South Australia is ready. Visit gatherround.afl.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben Lamb and Bell podcast.
It is the forbidden folder. It's the area we keep all the topics that our boss has banned us from talking about, but we talk about them anyway. Especially when it's after 7, you can get away with a lot more. So 13, 24, 10. We want to know on Nova, how many do you have in rotation? Because Fran Drescher, you know, the nanny.
She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens.
She was married for about 20 years, got divorced in the late 90s. Ever since then has been more of a friends with benefits type situation.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
But
it.
in a recent interview, they asked her, how's the friends with benefits situation going? She said, it's going good. I've now got a few in rotation.
Right, so the fanny's working overtime.
Absolutely.
That's a reference to the famous intro. But of course, in America, it means the other way.
Yep.
But who? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Fran's getting up to.
I think that's so good for her, like, especially at that age where, yeah, a lot of her friends would have been settled down and probably been like, yeah, no, this is it. This is all I've got to offer. But she's there with many a people on rotation at once. Mad respect to her. But I think definitely in this day and age, it is much more common to have some on rotation or sitting on the bench,
I think-
as you'd say.
Call me old-fashioned, but I think 3 is wild. Any more than that, it's like, come on now. Something needs to give.
Well,
Right? Like, I mean, come on. Like,
Let's find out. How many do you have in rotation? 13, 24, 10. So another way to put it is, how many people are you currently
it's like
sleeping
you're
with?
actively seeing these people. They're in your phone. It's just, each
Yeah.
weekend you just whatever.
You don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you are actively with these
You're
people.
just seeing them. There's multiple friends with benefits. You're cashing in on all the benefits.
Just listening to you try to explain this is great.
Beck in Sydney, how many partners in rotation at the moment?
I had about 7 guys on rotation with all different code names in my phone.
7? But I mean, in a month, say, let's just go a calendar month, would you see all those 7 people in that time?
Yeah, in a week.
Oh.
Yes, Beck.
Gee whiz.
Beck, why did you have different code names?
Because there were so many of them, I had to remember them, differentiate them.
So, and what you don't have to get into the code names. Was it like a bank robbery, Mr. Pink, Mr. Green, that sort of thing? Or what did you have?
Or Pikachu, Daddy Longlegs, burner phone guy.
Yeah, Daddy Longlegs sounds fun. I don't know about Pikachu.
What can I ask? Why was one called Pikachu?
Because he was obsessed with Pokemon.
Yeah, fair.
Cool. So he was during the week, he was probably on a Monday, Tuesday rotation. I don't think he was in the big leagues on Friday, Saturday. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
He's in the Monday wash-up. I get it.
A good one, Beck.
Yeah, on Sunday you had Squirtle.
Pretty good.
Another Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
There's probably 2 guys in there that like Pokemon, I don't know.
Not as good as Blastoise.
Jeez. Yeah, that's the Saturday night kind of guy, Blastoise.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.